All right, welcome back. I mean, riveting statements by both the defendant and his attorney, as well as the victim's family here. Bob, let me go to you first. All right, the one thing that I'm listening to is a resonating theme said by each on a number of occasions is the word hero and cowardly, and then comparing it to this case in Allen, Texas, where an officer responded in a different way. Is that a fair analogy, considering the law doesn't say, have you done it the best? Have you done it better than anyone else? It just requires you don't violate the minimum standards that the law establishes. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think so. And look, I am going to be the last human being on the world to sit here and say anything that either one of those fathers said after the verdicts came down is anything but what's in their hearts. And it's absolutely their right to say and feel exactly how they do. Just as far as you know, that particular situation, I mean, each one of us are individuals. Each of us have our own fears and trepidations. I can't sit here and judge Scot Peterson for not going into that building, because maybe I'm a coward too. Maybe if I'm in that exact situation with, you know, just my holstered weapon, no intel whatsoever, no vest on, maybe I'm not going into that building either. I don't know until I'm in that situation, you know, and like every one of us is different. Every one of us is going to react in a different way. It's easy for people to sit on their couches with the remote controls in their hands and judge people. It's a whole different thing when you're actually in the situation. And, you know, it's just it's terrible all around. I just know that with the statutes that they charged him under, that they did not meet that burden. That's what I know.
Yeah, and again, it's not what the best course of conduct was, Joni. The law doesn't require you to be a hero under the circumstances. You listen to now the victim's family's father speak here. What insights with your psychological background did you see here, and what do you make of the idea that they don't even want to sit down and speak to the defendant, which the defendant offered to do? I got about 30 seconds.
You know, we were talking about how we can't put ourselves in Scot Peterson's shoes and say what we would do. I'm not going to put myself in either one of these fathers' shoes either, because I would want Scot Peterson to do something differently as well if I lost one of my children. And so, you know, I heard so much anger, I think, in their statement. And I always remember my clinical training talking about anger being a secondary emotion, and that before that or underneath that is always pain or fear. And I felt like I was hearing so much pain, and it really broke my heart hearing them talk.
Yeah, and I also note, though, that they did it, I think, very professionally and you know, very calmly and as dispassionately as you could under the circumstances.